Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. My Muslim brothers and my Muslim sisters who are listening to me, a day will come, you are not going to see your dad, your mom, your brothers, your sisters, and your friends you mingle with. What's that day, my Muslim brothers? What's that day? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, Kullu nafsin za'ikatul maut. Every single soul shall taste death. Look, when a person visits the grave, and this person is a mu'min, meaning a believer, his salat and his siyam, fasting, surround this person. When punishment, that's angels of punishment, visit this person in the grave, the salat is going to push them away, and they come from other side, and the siyam pushes them away. But as for the kafir, there is nothing to push the angels of punishment away. There is nothing. Our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in one hadith, he said, Yakulu ibn Adam mali mali. Look, on that day, this person, when a kafir dies, that's what our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is telling us in this hadith. He said, when a kafir dies, look, he's going to shout, cry. Look, he's going to shout, call his family members. He'll be shouting, calling what? His money, his houses, his land, calling for help, but there is no help for him. Shouting, nobody can hear from him or her. You see, he's going to tell his family members that La tabadnakum dunya kemala ibani. Don't let this word divert you or deceive you as it has diverted me. You see, at this moment, this person has seen why he is what? Heading towards. He's going to his grave. What's going to happen in the grave? He now knows what he's going to receive in the grave. He knows now. And it's too late for him to Tuba to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, regret his sins. It's too late. Our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, what can prevent us from Azabal Qabr is to have what? Good deeds. Your good deeds should be what? More than your bad deeds. Your good deeds should be more than your bad deeds. You see, we should what? Do good things. We should do good things in order to prevent Azabal Qabr. In order to prevent Azabal Qabr, because the punishment of the grave, nobody knows except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nobody have experience of it. But in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says how it's going to be and how it's done. But we don't have what? We've not seen how it is experienced, how it is. And we don't want to experience it. So in order not to experience it, what you have to do, our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, in order to prevent Azab al-Qabr, your good deeds, and also reciting and memorizing Surah Al-Mulk also prevent Azab al-Qabr. In this hadith, our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Surah Al-Tabarak hiya mani'atu min Azab al-Qabr. Surah Al-Tabarak, that's Surah Al-Mulk, prevent you from Azab al-Qabr. Allahu Akbar. Prevent you from what? Azab al-Qabr. Someone who frequently recites Surah Al-Mulk, memorize it, he loves it, he likes memorize it, he loves to recite it, in order to prevent Azab al-Qabr. So our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, in order to prevent Azab al-Qabr, to have freedom in your grave, then you have to memorize and recite Surah Al-Mulk frequently. Ibn Masud said that when a person is brought to his grave, when the angels of punishment comes to him, a voice, that's different voice, will be heard from other side that you can't get closer to this person. Why can't they get to this person, the angel of punishment? Why? كان يقوم يقرأ سورة الملك. He will stand to recite Surah Al-Mulk. So these angels of punishment, they can't get closer to this person. Allahu Akbar. They can't get closer to this person. He's been protected. Allahu Akbar. He's been protected. Why? Because he's the one who would memorize Surah Al-Mulk, recite it frequently. كان يقوم يقرأ سورة الملك. He used Surah Al-Mulk in his prayers often, frequently, in order to prevent Azabal Qabr. It's very clear in this hadith. It's very clear. It's very clear here. In Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim, it is narrated that Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas would teach his children this dua. What's this dua? He tells his children that this is the dua of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam teaches what us in order to prevent Azab al-Qabr. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-jubni wa a'udhu bika min fitnati dunya wa a'udhu bika min Azab al-Qabr. You see, Azab al-Qabr. Okay, and Abu Bakr narrated that the Prophet will say this after every single salah. This dua after every single salah. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-kufr wal-fakr wa min azab al-qabr. You can see this two. There's what? Azab al-qabr, meaning what? Azab al-qabr, prevention of what? Punishment from the grave. And now tell me, can't we memorize Surah Al-Mulk? Just 30 verses, my Muslim brothers and my Muslim sisters. Just 30 verses. Look, just 30 verses, which is going to protect you in Azab al-Qabr, together with this dua I just mentioned. Oh Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min azab al-qabr wa a'udhu bika min azab al-jahannam wa a'udhu bika min fitnat masir dajjal wa a'udhu bika min fitnat mahya wal mamat. All this dua will protect you from Azab al-Qabr. If you don't like this, what do you want again? We are able to what? Memorize musics, but we are not able to memorize the Quran. This is very bad. It's very, very bad. Something which will protect us in the hereafter. You are going to be in a state of freedom. Nothing is going to what? Worry you. Nothing is going to what? Worry you. What do you want again? If you don't like this, what do you want again? Our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he seek for what? Refuge from Azab al-Qabr. What of you and I? We commit sin every day. You see, now tell me, someone who seeks for what? Refuge from Azab al-Qabr 5 times a day for 40 years. Won't Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept even one? Just tell me. So we should make it our habit, reciting what? Surah Al-Mulk frequently and using it in our salat. We do this in order to what? To prevent Azab al-Qabr, because we don't want Azab al-Qabr. We don't know what's going on in the grave, because it's beyond the what? It's beyond how human beings we can't comprehend. Azab al-Qabr, people are receiving it. Why? Because they don't believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They worship other things aside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So they are going to receive punishment in a grave. And now this hadith make it clear. Surah Al-Mulk prevent what? Azab al-Qabr. What do we want again? Our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in one hadith, it says he recites Surah Al-Mulk every single salah and every single night in order to prevent Azab al-Qabr.